So you guys have just finished dealing with the Banshee. She is sitting on the floor, weeping, crying like a witch from Left 4 Dead. And,
Nobody fire your gun.
Turn your flashlights off, everybody.
I need a gun.
So she's...
You have a bow. That's a D&D gun.
Yeah.
I got these ones. Boom and pow.
Nobody saw that.
That's okay.
But they know what I mean when I say boom and pow.
My guns are great and justice.
What guns? I don't see no bicep there.
Oh. Sad face. You guys have finished dealing with the Banshee. She is sitting on the floor, bawling her eyes out, and you guys have cloistered yourselves in the room in the southeast.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
The only room we haven't been in.
The only room you haven't been in. Everybody give me a perception check.
25.
23.
20.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Everybody but Aaron.
First of all, you notice that neither the goblins nor the satyr is with you.
Oh.
I'm assuming they're dead in the hallway.
Yeah, I would assume they're probably dead in the hallway as well as Fluffy.
Oh, not Fluffy.
I don't know.
No, Fluffy and Satyr are cuddling.
Well, Fluffy's probably with the goblins if they're still alive. I would assume. Because they were riding Fluffy.
Fair assumption.
That's a very good point. But what you recognize with the room is that it looks like a burial chamber. And there are sarcophagi in rows in this chamber, and one of them is open and is empty.
Well,
and there are 6 sarcophagi in total.
I would like to slowly approach the sarcophagus that is empty.
The empty one's probably the skeleton with the crown.
That would be my best guess.
That would be my guess.
But I would like to slowly walk up to it and look inside.
Okay. When you look inside, you see that it is empty, and there are different gifts from, like, there's a rust stain from where a sword in its scabbard used to be. The sword and scabbard is not there. If you guys really want to know, it's identical to the shape of the short sword that Alberon is now currently wearing.
Okay.
You also notice that there's like some like canopic jars around in the sarcophagus. They have
the
runes on
organs of
them.
the creature that was in there.
Well, that's what a canopic jar is.
Okay.
You also see a purse, a cloth purse that has been rotted away, and you can see that there are some shinies inside of it. They look to be metallic shinies. And there are 2 shinies about halfway down the sarcophagus on either side of the sarcophagus.
Out of curiosity and respect for the dead, I would recommend we return the sword to where it came from.
Rick agrees.
I disagree because we need something to help defend us.
But it may show something we're not seeing.
It's not like it's an like embedded like diagram of the sword.
I know.
It's just a rust stain on the bottom of the sarcophagus.
I understand that, but you don't rob from the dead.
I mean, that's what you guys have been doing to everything that you've killed and plundered.
We kind of
I know.
have to.
But you obviously pointed that out for a reason.
I was just...
It may not do anything, but my suggestion is we put it down and see what happens.
All I was doing was I was describing the scene.
He was describing, saying, this is where that skeleton we just knocked out.
Well, you agreed with me.
No, I do agree. No, my character agrees. Out of respect for the dead.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind if nothing happens and we pick it back up, but I think for now we should just try putting it there and see if anything happens. But that's completely up to you. It's your sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to force.
What type of cultures do you guys have? Like, just you can relate them to like cultures we have in our world, like as in like Earth. But what type of cultures do you guys come from? Anything relating to Norse culture at all?
Well, those of you who play D&D know the culture my character comes from. Once you loot a body, what you got is yours. And so, I don't want to give up what's mine.
No, that's not okay. Let's answer the question first, though, because I'm gonna give you guys more information based off of your answers. So, do you have cultures that are similar to Norse cultures in your world?
There is in my world. She's not from that area, but there is in her world.
Yeah, and in D&D,
there definitely is in the world of.
I'm not sure there's anything like Norse in Caesarea, but there are cultures that believe letting the. Is there?
Yeah, I believe so.
Which one?
You'd have to get out the map.
The map's taped to my desk.
It's hung up.
Is it? Yeah. Is it you?
You? That's the spread out town on the west side of the island with the buildings
Isn't that like a Norse town?
Could be. I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time in you. I don't like that town. Only thing I do there is take escorts and leave.
Okay, so if there's Norse presence in his area from where he's from, he doesn't like them.
But cultures in areas that I am in do teach respect the dead.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm more looking for, is it even possible for you guys to have any idea of what the burial culture is like?
Probably not then.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to roll. Kistara.
The dwarves have a tendency to place gifts with their dead. So, being a bard, being of the color.
Just because you're a bard, you get to roll, so shut up. Shut up and be happy.
You've heard that story this one time.
Yeah.
Just don't fail.
How familiar is Brick with that culture?
Not very. Or at all.
So then you have disadvantage on the roll.
Okay. I'm assuming it's intelligence based due to the fact that it's knowledge.
History.
Okay.
18 plus...
5.
Let's see, 18 plus intelligence?
It's a history check. Are you proficient in history?
No.
What's your intelligence modifier?
2.
So you have plus 2. Okay. You recognize that these you can make a fair assessment that what's happening here is that the 2 coins that you find that are loose, they're copper coins. They're not actually gold coins.
Yeah, they were over the eyes.
They were over the eyes, and then the thing moved and it fell down to the middle of the sarcophagus because he Grateful Dead rose up.
Yeah. Well, actually, the 2 coins are for Chiron, but
it's cross-cultural, dude.
Yeah, I know.
The Greeks were not the first nor the last to come up with that idea. The purse, the coin purse, is more of the same. Mm-hmm. It's the wealth of that character of that person in the undead, not just the passage. And they're being buried in your battle garments is a sign of that they were a
warrior,
honored warrior. But okay, it's going to be a really difficult roll, so you have disadvantage, and it's going to be a high DC. But if you want to do another history check, you might be able to get more information.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. That's about as much as you can glean from the situation. There are runes on each of the sarcophagi lids. And the lid of the sarcophagus that is open is on the floor. And it just looks like it was moved, but not from the creature inside.
Can I cast comprehend languages and read the runes?
Sure.
Okay.
They are names, is what you get the gist of. If you want me to list them out, I can, but it'll take me like time to get a random name generator.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
Is there any other information other than just their names?
Yeah.
Ranks?
No, it doesn't say ranks. What it does say instead is, like, they don't really have all these epithets, but what they do say is that there's a clause, like, underneath each of their names, where it says, may you find victory in Valhalla.
Oh.
And it also has a title for each of them. It's not a rank, it's a title.
Well, I was meaning title or rank.
Yeah, and the title is Einherjar. Einherjar.
That should translate out to comprehend languages.
That's what it is.
That's what it translates to. Translates to Russian.
No.
Okay, so I
like
see
that.
you
That's literally the title of it. Like it's like saying samurai.
Herjar.
No, EINE.
Okay.
EINHERJAR.
Oh, no L at the end.
No.
I see you studying the runes, and I ask, can you understand them?
Yes, I've got names. There's. It says, "May you have victory in Valhalla." It's basically a blessing to them. And at the same time, there's a title.
Okay.
Einherjar.
While he is working on that, I would like to cast Cure Wounds upon myself and try to get some hit points back.
Cool. Do it.
4 plus spell modifier, which is
+2.
Spell attack is +4.
Yeah, so your modifier's +2.
Okay, so I get 6 back. Thank you. You guys can continue now.
Brick, did you want to say something?
I was going to say, while he's inspecting the ruins and Kistara is
Questioning it.
Yeah.
yes, that would be the proper word. I would like to ask Roland if he would help me move the lid back to the top of the sarcophagus.
I can do that. I don't mind doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm strong enough to do that because I'm in my elf form, but...
Do I need to do a strength check, or do we just move it?
Are they wooden or stone?
They're stone.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to do a strength check, or can we just move it? Okay. I get a 5.
18?
I fail.
Okay, so you're like... Brick is doing the majority of the work, and he ends up, like, resting his side on, like, the top of the lid, the lid on the top of the table, and, like, yours is, like, not even off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just, like, walks over and, like, picks up your side and, like, pushes it back on.
Okay.
They're not grooved.
I'll turn into a bear and sit on his face later.
And the robot will take that as a challenge. Remember what happened last time he thought there was a challenge afoot.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
Bears are a little more intimidating than bards, though.
So there's another thing that you guys all noticed with your perception check, but it wasn't the forefront of what you guys saw, so that's why I kind of like belatedly did it. There are 6 mounts on the wall on the top of each of the, like, basically like representative for each sarcophagi in the room. If there's 3 against each wall, then there's 3 on one wall and 3 on the other wall in the back corner, opposite the 2 doors.
Okay.
So there are mounts for each of them, and they each look like they hold different things. Like, it's not uniform. Like, there's different pins to hold the mounting.
If I do a perception check, can I tell what they...
You can tell what the perception is literally, what do I see?
Okay. So I'd have to do a different check to try to figure out...
Investigation, insight, anything like that. Because insight is your logical deduction. And
Okay, I'll do an investigation.
Investigation is also like your... Like, insight is basically like your
I get a 9.
empathic logical deduction. Mm-hmm. And investigation is like your Sherlock Holmes logical deduction.
Yeah. I get a 9, so I probably fail, but what do I see, if anything?
Looks
With
like
investigation.
objects go up there.
I want to give I'm going to use
what do you have written down
investigation.
as your investigation modifier?
14 plus 6 is a 20.
It should be
20?
higher. Oh, wait, never mind. That is the 5. Never mind. You're good.
Okay, so you recognize which wall are you up against? It's the southeast corner, so there's a south wall and an east wall.
I'm up against the south wall.
So you're up against the south wall. Okay, so you realize that it looks like there is something to hold a... It's basically just got 2 pins on either side about 2 inches apart. And that's the mounting. That's the one on the far left. The one in the middle has one really big, like if you have you ever seen like a department store where there's a mannequin that doesn't have the head on it?
Yeah.
That, or like a hat rack. Like that's the best way that I can describe it in words, is that there's basically a really big knob that like there's a horizontal peg coming out of the mount, and then there's a vertical, like a dog leg, and then there's a ball on the top of that.
A place for a helmet or a hat or something.
Who knows?
I would like to see if any of them look like they would fit a bow and put my bow up there.
Okay, well, first of all, there's a third one, and the third one looks like it's got 3 pegs, and one of the pegs on the far left side is like 6 inches away from the other 2 pegs, and the other 2 pegs in the middle one and the right one are like 2 inches apart.
Are those 3 pegs in a horizontal line?
Yes.
So I'm guessing that they need to hold things that we find or have found. I'm going to guess that the bow and the sword might be items that need to go up there.
Yeah, I'm going to take my sword. Wait a minute. Idea, folks. Hold on a second. Come over here for a minute.
Go over to Alberon.
We have not found any way to get out of here yet, right?
Oh, by the way, everybody gets inspiration for defeating the Banshee without killing her. I don't know if you used yours yet.
Defeating, quote unquote.
You resolved the situation. Did you already have inspiration?
Well,
We get to eat it.
yeah, I'm going to use...
You can hold on to it, but you don't have 2 inspiration.
Yeah, well, I'm in...
You get to eat your previous inspiration and keep the new one.
Yeah. And what I'm trying to tell everybody, we haven't found a way out of here yet. We've talked about how each room and everything, don't seem like any extra doorways. What if we've got to open up these sarcophagi, and it looks like the 2 pins that are close together is where you put a sword. This one here looks like it's got a ball on it. We got to put some sort of helmet right there. And, I haven't looked at the other wall yet, but what if we've got to put all these separate items to activate a portal?
Okay, slow down. One sarcophagi got opened, and we believe a big skeleton dude came out, and we ended up killing him. Every one of these sarcophagi might have something like that if we open them. A lot of us are injured and hurt. Should we take a long rest before we choose to do this?
Oh, I totally agree with that.
I agree.
And Brick and I, since we only need 4 hours, can take turns on watch.
Agreed.
Okay.
So you guys take a long rest?
Yes.
It goes uneventfully.
Uh,
Actually, no, I'm wrong.
Roland,
Hold on.
which of us is taking first watch? That's an important to what you're
That's
about
what
to say.
that's what I was going to ask.
Oh, okay.
well, before...
High or low?
You're asleep. Shut up.
No, I get to do something as a bard.
Roll
Yeah,
up.
Talking about Song of Rest? Okay. You're taking a long rest. Why are you doing Song of Rest?
Oh.
Highest wins what?
Highest gets first watch.
20.
18.
I
You get
kicked
first
your
watch.
butt.
You got 2 higher. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, so that's what
But
I
I was
rolled
still
a
a nat
20.
20.
He's still cleaning your shit off his boot.
The robot gets to rest before the elf. It's okay.
So when does the event happen?
About... It's almost the end of your shift. You've got like another half hour from your internal clock.
Okay.
And Lycos kind of like stumbles into the room.
Oh no.
Holding Fluffy.
I am seeing this, by the way. I'm just inactive.
Is Fluffy alive?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so. And he's just... I think your goblin friends are taking this whole scared thing a bit too far. And like he kind of like walks into the room, and you see that the goblins are like trying to be his shadow. Like they're standing on top of one another, and like they're like wherever he moves, in the light, like they're trying to be where his shadow is at all times.
That's so cute.
And it's really awkward when he turns around to face them, because they think that because they are in his shadow, he cannot see them.
I want to keep them. I still want to keep them.
I'm asleep and I don't see this.
Nope.
I don't
just me.
either.
And me.
Okay. It's nap time. Go to sleep.
I just woke up.
Okay? Sit quietly for 4.5 more hours.
Right. I'll be right back. He sets Fluffy down and leaves. The goblins follow him as his shadow.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Okay. I'm good with that.
He comes back like 5 minutes later, carrying the giant jug.
I tell him that definitely cannot be in here. Turn around.
What? I could just.
I will light it on fire.
I need a nightcap.
I will light it on fire.
Just what?
I produce flame. I start walking towards the jug.
Okay. All right. Where? I'll be over there. And he points to the north end of the section.
Okay.
So he's in the north corner drinking.
Come back in about 4.5 hours.
Drunk off your ass.
I think I can do that. So, other than that, it's pretty uneventful.
So we all get our rest.
Yeah.
Okay, you got your Fluffy back.
Well, remember, the whale just drops you to 0.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, they did get dropped to 0.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't die.
Yeah, Fluffy's alive, but he's at 0, I'm betting.
No, he's alive.
He's had a long rest since then.
Yeah.
So he's at 1.
Alright, so...
Like 3.
Oh, okay.
He's a goat.
Long rest. Okay.
You're right, I'm sorry. Spiders have 1 health.
Alright.
Lizards.
Lizards?
Actually, lizards had 2, which is why it was impossible for you not to kill them.
Whack.
Yeah, your minimum damage.
You
is
could roll a 1.
It's still... My minimum damage is 5.
Yeah.
Even if you don't get through the armor?
No, I mean, he rolled, it's impossible if he hits to not kill them.
Yeah.
Ah, that's what I was saying.
Their AC
If you roll
was
a
what?
1 on the 20...
10, 11, something like that.
yeah, you can miss them.
I'm hitting on 6 up.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we doing?
I don't know, you tell me.
So...
I'm still asleep.
No, we're all awake now.
No, it's the end of the rest.
One more
It's been
shot.
8 hours. Okay.
Apply your rest.
So you're at full HP now.
So...
I got my spells back.
Yeah.
Before we rested, Alberon had the idea to loot the sarcophagi.
They did. While you guys were asleep and I was awake, all of our little friends came back.
I noticed that.
The goblins...
Where did the
goblins-
satyr thing go?
The goblins and the satyr are in the room north of here, drunk off their ass. With the big jug of alcohol. The goat's here.
What was with the fire? That's all I have to say.
Because he was going to drink it here and get you all drunk while you sleep again.
Oh, I know, but why would you have to burn it?
Because I couldn't get him to leave with it otherwise.
Touché.
I threatened to light the alcohol on fire to get rid of it if he didn't leave with it, and he did.
Touché.
You guys have been here long enough to realize that you should be hungry. And you're not.
The robot's not hungry.
That's fine. It doesn't matter.
So we should be hungry and we're not.
Yep.
Yeah, we should have been hungry like a long time ago.
Yeah, I know.
I was kind of hoping the DM was erroring. But that's also why I've been keeping Fluffy around.
Dead serious.
We also have goblins.
Should be able to feed us all in one meal. I mean...
Well, I, for one, am glad we don't have to eat Fluffy.
I am too, but that's why I have him, so we don't have to eat the robot.
How do you intend to eat the robot?
It was a joke.
I know, but I know you need iron in your diet, but I think that's too much.
No, the robot will be used to cook Fluffy.
Does my arm double as a rotary spit?
No,
but you have wood.
Chest. We open up his chest, light the wood, and
Avoid the off button.
Yeah. Just melt the off button.
Wait, does that permanently turn me off, or does it make it so I can't be turned off again?
I don't think it has any point.
It's just there.
so y'all think we need to start opening these up and see if we find...
I don't like the idea.
I'm wondering... Yeah, I don't like the idea either, because I think we're going to have a bunch of big fights on our hand. I don't think that's 100% true, because... Well, maybe it is, because the items we have found we basically got off of the skeleton.
Yeah, I'm going to take my sword and walk over to the...
DM's about to kill us, by the way. He's rolling.
I put my sword
No,
up
you're
there
rolling.
to the two pins. I don't...
You don't have the sword.
It's in the sarcophagus, and we closed it.
No, I did not take it off.
You said you put it in.
No, I did not.
No.
Okay, never mind then.
He said he was looking at the runes.
So I go take and put it up there up against the wall, but not to the point where it's going to be attracted to it.
What?
I'm trying to see if the two pins
Line up for the sword.
will line up for the sword.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so the pins for where you think the sword is supposed to go are 4 inches apart.
You said 2 earlier.
I was going to say the 2 are 2, and then the second
No,
and third
the-
one are 4 inches.
No. There's
And there was one over here with 2. And he had said those were 2 inches apart. Is that when he said that?
okay.
thought,
So the one on the far right, the pegs on the far right are 2 inches apart.
yeah.
The one on the far right has 3 pegs. The one on the far left has 2 pegs that are 4 inches apart.
He had said 2 inches because.
Well, either way, that's
Yeah.
what it is now, so we're going with that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I was thinking the sword,
Let me see.
if that was the case, the sword would go on the third one, horizontally. The part of the hilt goes between the 2 that are close together, and then the blade rests on the third.
Okay. I'll try that.
Okay.
Does it fit?
I mean, it doesn't fall. What do you like? I don't understand. Nothing spectacular happens.
Okay.
You put it up there and it stays.
Maybe to get out of here, we've got to get the right things to put on the right pegs.
I want to do an insight check to see if there's anything else in the room we should know about. Particularly on the walls.
It's there. Okay, an insight check or a perception check or an investigation. Because insight is like you're reading someone's emotions, or you're trying to
Okay.
you're trying to logically to do something in your head without using input.
Okay.
Right.
So then I guess it would be a
Like
perception.
insight is your common sense, investigation is logical deduction, and perception is what do I see?
Alright. Well, I'm just looking to see if I see anything else, so I'll do perception. And I got a 12 plus 4. So 60.
And 4 plus
12, so 16.
okay for investigation or insight.
I did perception.
Perception.
Actually. Yeah,
Okay,
just
you
to
don't
see what I
notice
see.
anything else in the room. There's the 6 sarcophagi, 3 against each back end of the wall. On
Okay.
the south wall and the east wall. And there are 6 mounts. You guys are aware of 3 of mounts because it's the investigation check that you did. Actually, let's go ahead and say that there are no pegs on the
East wall.
east wall for any of those mounts.
Okay.
What else have we picked up other than the shield and the sword? What else do people have that we picked up while we're here? Check your inventories because we started with nothing.
Well, I
a
have.
broken torch.
Fluffy.
Yes, let's try putting Fluffy on a peg. Fluffy on a
Wait a
peg.
minute.
I've got
I've got that messed up shield and the sword.
Okay, so the shield might go on the last one.
How
What
would a
about the
shield fit on
torch?
2 pegs?
The partial torch.
Is this a ring or a peg?
Oh.
Is that a ring? Because that's where arrows may go into.
It's a ball.
It's
a ball,
It's
yeah.
basically like
It's a ball.
It's a ball. Okay, never mind.
yeah.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, it's a ball.
Okay.
So that means we got to have a hat of some sort.
I mean, my first thing is the crown, but the crown is destroyed.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you have, Aaron? What have you picked up?
Alright, everything that I've picked up has been off of things that I've killed. I mean, like, I've made things off of things that I've killed. So,
And a bone dagger.
and then, yeah, a bone dagger. Again, something that's, from something that's dead. Other than I still have half of
What
the
about
magic
the
torch.
torch?
The torch there.
The
but
torch is busted.
I understand, but if we put it back in a place where it belongs, will it mend itself? It is a magic torch.
How
True.
long is the torch?
Longer than 4 inches.
Okay.
But it's a magic
like
torch.
18
It might
inches.
go on to one of the ones that don't have any pegs.
It's like 18 inches long. Right?
It might mount itself to one of the ones without pegs because it's magic.
Are there any sconces nearby?
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, we already took the torch out from where it was, which was a really good place for it. Because that's kind of where torches go.
Okay.
No, the only thing we can think of,
Now, we have 4 drunk people to the north of us, too. Do they have anything? Well, the 3 goblins and the half goat.
Fluffy didn't go anywhere.
The
No, you
half
said the
goat.
satyr and the 3
What
goblins.
3 goblins?
You said the 3 goblins followed the satyr.
2. Gubjub is dead.
There was 4
There
of
was
them
4
to begin
at the
with.
beginning.
There was
Yeah.
3 in Gobdrop.
This is what happens when you don't take notes, everybody.
So
I didn't take
we got
notes.
4 drunk people up north, I'm assuming, because that's what they went to do.
That's what the satyr went to do.
Well, I'm sure the goblins are pretty well there by the smell of that alcohol. We have halfway between them and us, if it didn't eat them, is a banshee that's healing. Do any of them have anything that might help? Do we know?
We could
I don't think
risk
the goblins have
asking.
anything. I'm 90% certain the goblins didn't have anything the last time we saw them.
They had 1 claws, and
Yeah.
then they've been making armor and stuff out of the lizard corpses.
So they have what we have.
I know it keeps coming
What
back.
about
to
the
me.
banshee?
She just had her clothes.
That's what we know, but
clothing
she's undead. Does everything she have visible to us, or did she swallow something and be just fine with it?
I don't know that if we can talk to her and
Stick your head out the door, see if she's awake. See if she's still screaming.
I was going to let you do that since you're the one that wanted to ask her questions.
I know that in one of these caskets, or these sarcophagi, is going to be the solution to this dilemma. Or maybe 2 or 3. Because there's 3. I swear this is going to be the solution.
I take the torch and I put it on the 2 that are 4 inches apart.
I have to give
The
you
first
back
set.
the other half.
I reach for the torch and realize it's not there and start freaking out.
Okay.
And I give you the other half.
Looking at it in my hand, extremely puzzled.
And I
He's
just
gonna
Then I
start
put it up
punching you.
top.
Okay. So the
just
2
gonna leave it
halves
there.
are resting up there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna let it sit there.
It is doing a very good job of defying gravity via these pegs.
Awesome.
So now we've got to find what's going to sit on the middle one. And it's either going to be that crown. By the way, the ball, is it big enough?
How big in diameter is the ball?
5 inches.
So no, that's not going to be for...
It's going to be the bow, I think.
It's a good suggestion.
Lay the bow up there.
That's what we have right here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have the sword here and the bow there.
And the torch.
And the torch there. But we have 3 more on the other wall, and
No, he
nothing's
said there's
happening.
nothing.
He said there
more.
wasn't anything on the other wall.
Okay.
Not yet.
But we are unsure if these are the items we need, if this is even something we need to be doing.
Correct. We're just trying things.
We're just trying things. So,
What happens?
Nothing.
do we chat with the Banshee, or do we open coffins and possibly let another Banshee out?
Or Skelly or whatever.
Well, I know.
When the goblins and satyr opened the door going to the north, did Roland hear anything?
No.
So the Banshee's not screaming. Which means the Banshee's probably feeling better and has a lot more hit points and is wandering around.
Or left?
Possibly. She had a lot of problems with that wall.
That is true. That is very true.
Can she leave? We don't know. Are the walls magically sealed to where she can? We don't know how she got in the wall. We haven't been able to talk to her.
And we could also talk to the satyr because seems to have been here longer than us. He may know things we don't.
We'll have to sober him up first.
Yeah, I'm not volunteering for that.
Go dance with the
I can knock
goblins.
him around a bit.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You want to go deal with that?
Who's coming with me? I'm not going by myself. Just in case that banshee's hostile.
Last time I was drunk or the goblins were really happy around me, both times I rolled really low. I don't think I'm a good choice.
Meta knowledge, man.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Okay.
So you guys go to the north
So the
room
bard
that
and the
Satyr went to?
robot are going north.
Okay. You guys enter the room, and the satyr and the 3 goblins are passed out. The 3 goblins are stacked one on top of each other, but on the floor. So it's like they kind of sort of passed out while being
A
a 3 stack totem pole.
While we're going there, do we see the banshee?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to Alberon.
Yes.
Help me carry these people back to the other guys.
Okay. Where's the
The satyr?
where is the jug of alcohol?
The satyr's head is currently inside of it, in the middle of the room. Like he passed out inside of it. He's floating in it.
I pull the jug off of him.
I mean, it's a 5-foot diameter jug.
Yeah.
He pulls his head out of the jug.
Okay.
Brick, you want to hit something?
Roll Constitution saving throws as you remove the cork.
19.
18?
You guys are fine.
Me and the John.
Brick, you want to hit put a hole in this jug for me?
So Brick is going to tip the jug
Okay.
and punch a hole in the bottom.
Okay.
Yep. That's what he's doing.
And he's just emptying all that alcohol?
Yep.
Okay.
I smell like alcohol so bad now.
All right. Go ahead and give me con save at disadvantage, everybody.
Just
Everybody
the 2
or
of us
just
that are
those
there.
two?
And those that are there, obviously.
Double 17s.
11.
11? Okay, you're fine with the 17s. The 11 is not good enough.
Okay.
The robot gets drunk.
Oh,
Awesome.
a drunk robot. That is unique.
I like that.
This ain't your this ain't your grandpa's cough medicine, Lou. Like, this is not normal alcohol.
You got 5 drunk people and you're a bard? You should just start playing music.
He doesn't have an instrument.
Entertaining them.
He doesn't have an instrument.
He could sing.
Start banging on the wall as a drum.
Don't do that.
But unfortunately, you'll probably have to throw another saving throw soon.
So, I gather the satyr up.
So Brick is gonna stumble to the goblins and attempt to pick one of them up.
Okay, which one?
The one on top.
One on top?
Yes.
Okay. So you go to him and you grab and pick him up. Give me a acrobatics check with disadvantage.
Whew, that's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be a total of a 22.
Okay. You do it very deftly. You pick him up.
And I'm gonna start drunk walking back to the other room.
Okay. You've picked up Rishu the goblin.
Okay.
So I get the satyr back over there.
Okay.
And
Drop the goblin
Where?
in the room.
Okay.
Drop the goblin off in the room.
Which room?
The room with Roland and Kistara.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So you guys drop off your payloads.
And
You drop the kids off at the pool.
no, we don't.
not that way.
You stumble back
Okay.
to pick up another goblin.
Disadvantage acrobatics.
I go pick one up.
15.
That's fine.
I carry him.
You pick up the other goblin?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I keep an eye on the 2 that have already been dropped off.
Yeah,
They're past there.
Okay.
We're both there.
They're in that stage of drunkenness.
They're
So-
taking another long rest.
Yeah.
When I stumble back, I drop the goblin I'm holding on the satyr.
Okay. The satyr mumbles something and then grabs that goblin and cuddles with it the way that I cuddle with my dog at night.
It's a spider cuddle.
No. Imagine like
It's a death cuddle.
random full Nelson like death choke grip cuddle. Like, it is absurd. I don't know how my dog stays alive at night.
Are you sure he does?
Yes, she does.
Yeah, she's alive in the morning, that's for sure.
Though the way he squeezes her, the first thing she's got to do is make a beeline for that dough. And let me out. She does that what we call the TT dance.
Every morning.
Every morning, dancing at that dough.
So after we get
TT
the
dance.
So after we get the 4 of them back to the room, I'm gonna sit down.
Okay, you pass out.
And by sit down, I mean fall.
Yeah.
Down. Because I can't sit.
Hear a big loud crunch.
All right. I recommend we wait for everyone to wake up so we can ask our questions,
Okay.
and then move on from there.
Alrighty. There's like this is the puzzle part of the adventure where it's on you guys to figure shit out.
I know.
So I'm not gonna sit there and be like, well, something happens and more combat. No, it's basically you rest, you wait, and then you
Okay,
go back.
they're awake. What do you want to ask?
You have an 80s drunken montage. Whoa.
Oh.
Lycos was the satyr's name, correct?
Lycos.
Okay.
Lycos.
Yes.
This room here, or this whole maze, this whole facility,
Is it a maze? I thought it was just like 4
Or
rooms and
labyrinth or what?
corridors.
whatever you want to call it,
Right.
how do you get out?
I don't know. If I knew that, I wouldn't be here.
Have you found anything in your travels throughout here, any gear or items that might be of interest to us right now?
Ambrosia.
No more alcohol for you.
But I've got 4 more jugs back in that room.
Not anymore, you don't.
What do you mean?
Precisely what he said.
Where has all the ambrosia gone?
You drank it all.
No, I didn't.
You do realize you've been asleep for a week, right?
What?
Yes. So now, get on with it. Did you find anything other
But
than
there's
ambrosia?
just that there's no more ambrosia.
Nope.
There's
It's all gone.
I'm gonna have to have a sit down real quick.
So, have you been in this room before? Have you been in this room before?
Yes.
When?
Right before you guys started showing up,
And what did you do?
I pushed over that sarcophagus lid.
Why?
I'm a satyr. I was bored. What do you mean? Have I demonstrated any sort of logical behavior this entire time?
You just did.
That's different.
Okay, so do these pegs on the wall mean anything to your satyr brain?
Yeah, it's trophy mounts for something. I don't know.
Was there anything up there the first time you were in here?
No.
Is there anything in these other sarcophagi?
I don't know. I opened the first one. Bony guy came out. I ran away.
Did you
guy
do?
shot you.
Did you do anything to antagonize Bony Guy, or did he just go after you?
I apparently woke him up.
Tell you
He didn't
what,
like it.
tell
He's
you
very
what,
cranky in the morning.
How do you know it was morning?
Just get with the program, robot.
How do you know he's a robot?
Well, that's what you guys have been calling him all day. I thought
We've
that
been
was his
calling him
name.
Robert.
We calling him Robert. How'd you know he was a... hey, how'd you know he's a robot?
Maybe it's his accent.
What is a robot?
Mister, are you a satyr?
Or are you a
He turns around
satyr?
and wags his satyr tail.
He wags his tail back and forth. He wags his tail back and forth.
Alright.
Or is
And he does a little dance that's very clippy-cloppy on the cobblestones. I don't know. Am I Sherlock?
Well, here's the point I'm trying
How
to
do I
get
know?
at.
What is that word?
That, you keep coming up with these. How do I knows? You notice that? It's almost like he's somebody else. He's in disguise.
Shove him in the sarcophagus! Not really.
Are you guys gonna do a witch hunt on the satyr right now?
No.
Is that what's happening?
No.
It's just got me thoroughly curious now.
So, before we went and got
So let me ask you this question then. Did any of you guys come up with any sort of fascinatingly new things that you didn't know before, and now you do?
satyrs like being drunk?
Good point. You get an A, sir.
Whatever will you do without more booze?
I need to sit down.
So, before, speaking to the party, not the satyr, before we went and got a drunken McGee, we were talking about talking to a banshee,
A what?
a screaming woman.
That's what that was?
Yes.
It was a banshee?
Yes.
A banshee.
Yes.
Where did it go?
I don't know. I didn't know there was a banshee.
Well, where did you see it?
I didn't see one.
He just heard it. We're the only ones that saw it. But anyways, before we went and got in Drunky McGee, we were talking about talking to a banshee or opening more sarcophagus.
You keep saying that as if it's a good idea.
It's the only idea we got, sir.
It's a banshee. I'm a satyr. It's a banshee. Learn to recognize some sort of basic stereotypes. I know it's a little mean, but sometimes they're there for a reason. Banshee's good, not good for killing you. Satyr's good for getting drunk. And having lots of sex, by the way.
Anyways.
Fantastic sex.
Anyways.
I hope the banshee's in the room with the alcohol.
Oh, hey, that would be fun to watch. A banshee and a satyr going at it.
The satyr will die before anything happens. Anyways.
I think we're wrong.
Yeah.
I think we're wrong.
Yeah.
Well, speak
You
up.
think the satyr goes on one of them?
I'm starting to think that would
I
be a
think
good
the
idea.
bow hangs off of this peg, the arrows go across those, the torch goes in this one.
Why would the torch go in that one?
I think it goes on that one because I think the sword goes across the two.
I don't think the torch has anything to do with this. Honestly.
worth a try, isn't it?
We invert the objects that we already have up there. Does anything happen?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, that answers all the...
Yes, I just answered all the permutations with one question.
Okay.
Nice.
You spend lots of time figuring that out.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Satyr.
What?
Lycos.
Robot.
I have a name, thank you very much, sir. No, I don't. Don't listen to me.
Brick.
Open up another one. Open another box.
No. I got shot the last time I did. That's not happening.
Will protect you.
Fuck you.
You'd like to.
I would. You're not wrong.
Here's the problem. If
But
we
the robot
open,
doesn't have orifices.
if we open the
Right.
box,
So why should I open the things? You deserve an orifice. Let
if
something
we
suit
open
you.
the box, the goblins and Fluffy are gone again. The saber seems to do okay with watching the goblins and Fluffy. He just wanders off with them.
Okay.
Yeah, about that. Why do they do that totem pole thing? Is that something?
Ever heard of stacking dwarves?
I can honestly say no.
It's very similar. Figure it out.
Anyways, Lycos. Take the children and the goat and go babysit them.
Right.
There are children now.
What should I do with babies and why are they sitting on them? We don't have any babies.
Take the goblins and don't eat them.
Well, that's disgusting. Goblins are the greasiest of all meats.
Yeah, they make good burgers.
No. Wrong grease.
Rat burgers are pretty good.
I'm leaving now.
Take the goblins and Fluffy with you. Don't go far. Just stay in the hallway.
And don't have intercourse with the goat.
Goblins are okay.
The goblins are fine if you want to touch them.
And don't go playing with the banshee.
Well, you guys are no fun at all.
If you want to get out of here, you need to stay just outside that door. Because if you're not outside that door when we're done and we're ready to leave, we're not hunting for you.
Right.
And we might be going somewhere where there's a lot more alcohol.
I can guarantee you it's probably not going to be more ambrosia.
Maybe not, but you still...
I know of a place to find some more if you just do what we say.
We're going to the United Nations of Ambrosia.
Is that a lie?
No, actually, it's not.
Okay.
Because I know exactly where the rest is. We just told a lie to tell him that it was all gone.
Okay.
But I do know where it is.
Okay. He believes you.
Okay.
He walks outside the door and shuts it.
And he takes the goblins and go.
Nope.
I push the goblins and go outside the door.
Okay.
And shut the door.
Okay.
Alberon, you wanted to open a sarcophagus.
Let's go.
Alberon, you wanted to open a sarcophagus. Go.
I'm going to go up to the first one on the south wall.
Okay.
The first one you say?
Yep.
I'm assuming we're going to need some power here.
Well, before I do that, I grab the sword.
Probably not.
The first one?
Probably not.
He's gonna grab it off of the... Yeah, he's grabbing his sword.
Okay, I'm going to go get
Just be
Okay.
careful.
against the wall furthest away from the sarcophagus.
Okay, hold on. Which wall are you on?
On the south wall,
Okay.
where
And
they're...
you're grabbing the first one on the south wall?
Yeah. The
I'm going to head to the north wall while he does this.
eastmost.
You're going to the eastmost.
You know, there's 3 on the south wall. The middle one's open.
No.
They're all closed right now.
No, one of them is open.
Which sarcophagus is
closed
open?
it.
Oh,
One on
wait.
the east wall.
Which one was open?
The one on the east wall.
Yeah, but we closed it, so it's not open now.
Okay, south wall, I just... 1, 2, 3, I open up one.
Number 1 on
Yeah.
the south wall. Okay. There is a skeleton of a warrior inside this. It looks similar in dress from the one you saw earlier. You don't see any blue glow. There is a... He's wearing like fairly similar armor and She's got a long sword instead of a short sword, and he has a hand axe instead of a shield.
Hand axe single bit or double bit?
Single. Seems to be for throwing.
Well, I sit there and I sing a song in Elven.
Mm-hmm.
It's a song to speak to the dead
Okay.
and let them know that I am here not to.
Roll performance.
Okay. 17.
Okay.
Basically, it's letting him know I'm speaking to its spirit, and letting it know that I am not here to desecrate him. I'm wishing him fair journey, but I do need to see if he knows any way of us to get out of here.
Are you casting like a spell?
No, it's a funerary.
Yeah, this isn't. You don't have like unless you have like the communicate with the dead spell. You can sing to the dead as much as you want, but
Okay.
nothing's gonna happen.
Okay.
Like it's a performance check for how well you're singing for the other people that can hear you. This is a dead person.
Okay.
I could moonbeam it. That'd probably be just as useful.
Well, the point I'm trying to get at is I'm trying to show
Respect.
deference and respect.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah,
I like
nothing
that.
happens.